Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live. We go live for Phillies baseball, for Sixers basketball as well. But anyhow, hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you'll know when we go live. Hello, everybody. We are in game number 58 of the season, folks. We've made it to 57 games, and now our 58th one is coming up. I mean, my gosh. Absolutely wild. It really is. It's absolutely insane. We're 20-37, and I am just ready for this game already. Just get it over with. Get it over with. This team has really struggled, and I think that where we need to start is we had breaking news break earlier when I was streaming baseball. And Paul George decided to go on his podcast and make a huge announcement to tell the whole world that he is taking a break from podcasting and he is solely focusing on winning a championship with the Philadelphia 76ers. Those were his words. Those were his words specifically. I'm taking a break. I need to help my teammates. My teammates need me. And I need to help them deliver a championship. You know, I commented on RB's post today, and I said, this may sound stupid, but this is like when David goes up against Goliath, and everybody knows that David's going to lose, but David just has to flex, just take off his jacket, whatever, and he's still going to lose anyways, and he looks just as bad as he was, and just gets defeated the same way. I feel like it's the same sort of thing, man. I really do. And it is such a shame that we are in this spot. And I don't really know where we go from here. Tanking sounds great in theory, trying to get a top 5 pick. But is that going to solve everything? Let me know. Is that going to solve everything? Please tell me. Can't wait to waste 3 hours watching this team, but at least I get to spend it with JJ. Yeah. This is a disaster waiting to happen, folks. It really is. It's just, we are in that moment of the season where it's just like, get us out of here. And, but JJ, they're 3.5 games behind that final spot for the play-in tournament. They're still in it. What a joke. What an absolute joke. No Karl Anthony Towns tonight. Other things to report, in all seriousness, just about this team. So the starting lineups are out for tonight's game. Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre Jr., Paul George, and Andre Drummond are the starting five for the Sixers. For the New York Knicks, they got Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and they also have Ariel Hukporti. So no Karl Anthony Towns in this game tonight. We did get news on a guy once upon a time who played for the Philadelphia 76ers and was just out randomly with an oblique injury from about 3 weeks ago. But we heard that Justin Edwards, actually it's an ankle injury. I heard oblique and then I hear ankle now. Will be limited to mid-20s minutes if he plays tonight. And that was according to Nick Nurse. He said that during his pregame press conference. So Justin Edwards could be back with the mysterious injury that he was dealing with. And Nick Nurse also said, according to Kai Carlin, that there will be an update on Joel Embiid, Gershon Yabusele, and Eric Gordon over the next couple of days. Eric Gordon is supposed to get his right wrist surgery tonight. Or actually, sorry, they said that he was supposed to have had his surgery today. So just make sure that we keep you up to date with what's going on in Sixers land, as if things are great and things are beautiful and not topsy-turvy. Also interesting note, Sam DiGiovanni did tweet out earlier today and said, not sure I've seen this before, but David Arati doing a defensive drill during pregame warm-ups. He got reps in guarding on the wing, and she's not seen that a lot this year. What kinds of drills do these guys go over during practice, man? That is the first time that this guy is guarding players on the wing. Did the season start? It's February 26th, and we are 58 games into this, 57 games into this. And my man was doing a defensive drill, which he doesn't usually do, and he got reps in guarding on the wing. So he's never guarded a guy on the wing before. Wasn't practicing doing that. Wasn't doing any practice drills. Nick Nurse, great coach, man. That's exactly what I want my players to be doing at this moment for the first time. That's just beautiful. Stoney's here. What's going on, Stoney? How are you? JJ, you're being way too negative. If you don't like my thoughts, guess what? You don't have to agree with me. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning on in. You could disagree with me. We can have a civil conversation about this stuff. I got a comment the other day saying that I was too positive. I don't really care, man. Jalen Brunson has averaged 28 points against the Sixers this season, and he's shooting 51.5% from the field, 30% from deep, and he's averaged 4 assists and 4.5 rebounds per game. Stoney, I don't know if I said hi to you. Oh, I did. What's up, Lou? Yeah. Are we ready for another loss tonight? Hey, I'm just teasing with you all. But in all seriousness, David Roddy, we just talked about it. Sam DiGiovanni just posted a tweet right before, and I'm going to say this again, that she's never seen. Hold up. I got to make sure I get this correct. Where is it? Not sure I've seen this before. David Roddy doing a defense drill in pregame warm-ups. Got reps in guarding on the wing, too. It is game 57, folks. Game 58. And this is where we are. This is where we are, man. Welcome to the 2024-2025 Philadelphia 76ers. You did it all. Just in deep thoughts with the Sixers. What a team. We got 10 concurrent viewers. Please make sure you like and subscribe. I want us to get to 4,830 subscribers, man. There's one baby. That's probably the only baby that we're going to get tonight. That's the only baby we're gonna get tonight. I can't wait. We're probably gonna get some more cry babies after this game, actually. So, but yeah. All right. Let's get into. So we mentioned the starting lineups. We're gonna do it again because I see that there's new people on here. So we'll get into that right now. Where is it? It's Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Ariel Huckporty that are out there for the New York Knicks. And for the 76ers, it's Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre Jr., Paul George, and Andre Drummond. Tom Thibodeau actually had some nice things to say about Quentin Grimes. Said that he was a very good hustler and a very good athlete. So who's on the injured list tonight? No Jared McCain, obviously. Eric Gordon's out with a wrist surgery. Kyle Lowry's hip has been bothering him. Gershon Yabusele is having eye problems, and Joel Embiid, of course, is dealing with that left knee contusion. Karl Anthony Towns is missing tonight's game due to a knee injury as well. I want to see a Sixers win tonight, JJ. Am I asking for too much? You are asking for a ton. Absolutely, you are. You're being too mean. You're being very mean to the Sixers. You should apologize. You don't get wins. Nobody gets wins right now. Let's go to ESPN.com. Yeah. 10 people watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. The Phillies. The Sixers are playing at Madison Square Garden, of course, home of the New York Knicks. The Knicks are 37-20. There's Paul George. Mentioned before, but we'll say it again, that he mentioned that he is taking a break from podcasting. That's what he announced today to the whole entire world. And Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., Andre Drummond, Paul George, and Quentin Grimes all ready to go out there and work. Let's go. All right, let's play the air horn. Mike? Who's Mike? He's retiring. I have no idea who Mike is. All right, Sixers in their white and blue uniforms. They have the blue letters and numbers on both the front and the back. Mike DeGiovanna is retiring. Wow. All right, and here we go. Sixers win the tip-off. They will be going from left to right. Again, it's Drummond, Maxey, Grimes, Oubre, and George. Maxey dumps it off to PG over on the near wing, crosses over 2 times, gets past Anunoby, drives it to the rim, and there's Paul George's first 2 points of the game. Okay, I like it that he attacked there. Keep it up. Keep attacking, man. I don't think he's going to do it throughout the rest of the game. Brunson with a nice alley-oop pass, and it's thrown down by the center, Huckporty. Ariel Huckporty, just averaging about 1.5 points per game this year. This is actually his first start. He's played in 24 games and has only averaged about 8.5 minutes. Maxey with a step-back elbow J. Got it to go, and the Sixers take the lead. That makes it a 4-2 ball game. So George ended up making a layup, and Tyrese Maxey hits an elbow J. Since the process started, the Eagles have got to 3 Super Bowls and they won 2 of them. Here's another nice shot that's up and in by New York. It's a 3-pointer, and that makes it a 5-4 ball game. Well, who got it? It was Jalen Brunson who got the 3. A missed layup by Paul George. Rebound. Or that was Maxey who missed the layup. Hart got the rebound. Hart tries to go coast to coast. Lays it up. Can't lay it in the first time. The second time he got it to go. And 7-4. New York Knicks. George with a 3. Way too strong from the top of the key. And OG Anunoby didn't even have to jump for it. It landed right into the breadbasket of his hands. He's at the top of the key. Finds Josh Hart. Cutting over towards the rim. Rejected by Andre Drummond as he tried to go with a floater. Drummond got the block. Maxey on the drive towards the basket. That's rejected by the center, Huck Porty. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it's Sixers ball. Sixers with 4 points so far. Maxey had an elbow J, and Paul George to start off the game had a layup where he took it coast to coast. Grimes gets the inbound pass from Maxey over on the baseline. They dump it off to Andre Drummond, and Maxey gets it over on the perimeter at the 3-point line near side. Maxey steps back, 3-pointers up, and it goes in and out. And another rebound by the Knicks. The Sixers really struggled from 3 in the very last game that they played, and it was against the Bulls. They were down by 50 points at one point, and we have a foul called on the other side by Paul George. Sixers have lost now a lot of games in a row. They've lost 8 games in a row, including a 142-110 loss to the Chicago Bulls. Nothing has been going right for them. Meanwhile, for the New York Knicks, they've lost 2 games in a row to the Cavs and to the Celtics. Sixers going to steal it. It's Grimes. Finds Maxey on the near wing for a 3, and he can't get into rhythm. His 3-pointer was way off again. Anunoby on a drive to the basket. He'll dump it off to Bridges. A mid-range J. Got it to go from the foul line. And the Knicks have a 5-point lead at Madison Square Garden. So it's 9-4. Sixers just shooting 2 for 7 from the field so far. And the Knicks are 4 for 6. So Bridges just made his first bucket of the game. George gets it again on the perimeter for the Sixers. Crosses over, finds Drummond down low. Drummond with a hook shot. It was wild. And the rebound goes to Josh Hart again. Hart to Anunoby for a 3. He goes flopping down like a domino. Maxey tries to taste the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. It was Maxey stepped out of bounds, and it'll be New York ball. OG Anunoby this year, averaging 16 points per game, is 27 years old, 6 feet 7 inches tall. The inbound pass goes to Mikal Bridges, and he throws it down with 2 hands. Nobody could cover him in the paint. It was like they all just watched him go by like it was an ESPN highlight. A 9-0 run by the Knicks over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Oubre on the drive towards the basket, gets past Josh Hart and lays it in. 11-6, and we've just played about 4 minutes in this contest so far. Brunson over to OG Anunoby. Jalen Brunson, another very good year from the former Villanova Wildcat. Bridges, another former Wildcat, able to knock down a 2. It was a baseline jumper from about 9 feet, and that makes it 13-6. George steps back, goes up for a contested 2 over Huck Porty, and it's rebounded again by Josh Hart. Josh Hart already with 4 rebounds in about 4.5 minutes. There's a shot that goes up. It's blocked by Quentin Grimes. George got the rebound. Grimes on the perimeter, over on the far right side. Gets a screen, utilizes it, puts up a tray again, and it's too strong. Rebound and an outlet pass over to Jalen Brunson. He'll kick it back to Bridges. Nobody could cover him, and he lays it up and lays it in with ease. Mikal Bridges are getting a lot of finishes in the paint, and the Sixers' paint presence has been stagnant and a no-show so far. Timeout called by Nick Nurse. We've played just 5 minutes in this game, and it's 15-6 New York. Okay. Beautiful. Great start. Absolute great start. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. And hit the bell icons. Houston to Davis here. Gio's Videos is here. What's going on? Okay, I'm ready now. Yeah, you're ready. What's going on? We got 14 concurrent viewers on here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. The name is Jason Joseph. We cover the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. That's what we do on this channel. We're also going to be doing a Flyers game next Saturday, so that'll be kind of cool. And I'm excited about that. But, yeah, shall we talk about this team? What is there to say? We talked a little bit during pregame show. For those of you that did not tune in then, we got word that Paul George is taking a break from podcasting. Somebody on my channel thought that I was taking a break, and they misread my post. No, I'm not taking a break. If anything, I'm still going to be doing more Sixers content. But, yeah, it's really bad. This is... What I've seen so far is no paint presence. Every single play that New York is running, it's like they're driving it right to the cup, and Andre Drummond is a statue. Paul George is a statue. Everybody's watching the Knicks players go by, and they just cannot stop anybody towards the rim. Nothing. Got to get my basketball fix. How is Harper? I posted that on my channel, too. We'll hear more about it tomorrow. So, I posted that on the YouTube channel. I posted the report. I don't remember specifically what ended up happening, but he is going to get checked out tomorrow. They don't think it's anything serious, but I don't take it seriously from Rob Thompson. I'm talking about the Sixers right now, man. Like, I'm in Sixers mode. I just cannot stand that we are here. I cannot stand that we are here. It's so miserable. Knicks being very aggressive. They are. They're being very aggressive so far. And the Sixers, not so much. There's the Statue of Liberty. 7 minutes and 4 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Just got word from Ian Rappaport from the Insiders in Indy, quote, a look at where the situation stands for the Rams and Matt Stafford, the Giants, and the Raiders. They're both interested in him? Holy moly. Interesting. We got 20 concurrent viewers. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Bridges literally gets past a screen where Grimes was not even looking, and Oubre was just watching him go by. That was the high IQ play of the game. That didn't just happen now. Sixers have the ball. They will inbound it over to Maxey. Maxey to Oubre for a near corner 3 swish. Mikal Bridges with 8 points. The rest of the Knicks team 7. And Bridges is 4 for 4 in the lane. Bridges again, a catch-and-shoot 3, and he got it to go. Give him now 11 points, and he's 5 for 5 from the field. 18-9 with about 6.5 minutes to go. George dumps it off to Adembona, who subs back in for the Sixers. Justin Edwards is out there for the first time in a couple of weeks. Finds Adembona. That's Maxey, and Bona heads over to the rim. He tried to throw it down and take the roof off of the New York Knicks Madison Square Garden building, but he was fouled. He missed it badly, but he did get fouled. As he was heading over towards the rim, he tried to explode right past Huck Porty. March Madness is almost here. It's beautiful. He only had a flat on his tailbone, too. Ouch. So Adembona is going to head over to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. Bona this year averaging just under 3 points per game. First free throw, he hits, or he threw it a little bit too far. Hit off the back of the rim and just could not trickle down. Only averaging about 11 minutes per game this season. The second free throw by Bona. Count it. just shooting 65% from the line this season in his rookie year. Obviously was drafted from UCLA. Brunson on the perimeter, tries to dump it off to Anunoby. 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and now Bridges gets it. He's trapped. He's double-teamed. He needs help. 4.5 seconds left to go. Brunson at the top of the key goes up with a three-pointer. He was fouled by Oubre. I didn't really see a foul there, to be honest with you, but Jalen Brunson will head to the line to shoot 3 free throws. This is just what this guy does. He finds ways to be creative, and Nick Nurse crying wolf to the referees. Let's see again. Got Oubre to buy on a pump fake, and that should not be in the act of shooting, but they call it a shooting foul. And free throws coming up for Brunson. First one, good. It's not even a shooting foul. 4 points, 5 assists for Jalen Brunson. He's 8th in the NBA in assists per game and 9th in the NBA in points per game. The second free throw got it to go. That makes it 20-10. Phillies are actually going to be on MLB Network tomorrow. They take on the Yankees, right? And Zach Wheeler's going to be pitching. Ooh. Also averaging 3 rebounds per game as well, Brunson, and he makes all 3 foul shots and gives the New York Knicks an 11-point lead as we're halfway done. Quarter number 1. Tyrese Maxey dribbles over towards the right side. The Sixers have looked at the zone defense a lot so far today. Not really a lot of man-to-man, except right now as Oubre tries to attack the rim, lays it up, and floats it in. Canines in the chat, let's go. See Kelly Oubre Jr.'s. 5:25 to go in quarter number 1. Brunson on the drive, tries to float it up and in, rejected by Bona. And it goes out of bounds. That's the type of defense that we love to see. Brunson thought that he had an open lane, and Adem Bona met him right at the rim and just said, get that you-know-what out of here. Brunson gets the inbound pass again, tries to pass it to Bridges, wide open on the near corner, and what does he do? He makes the 3. And he is 6 for 6 from the field so far in this game. Just unbelievable. 14 points for Mikal Bridges, and 2 for 2 he is from downtown. Bona at the top of the key. He'll hand it off to Edwards. Edwards got some space, takes an elbow J, though, and can't get it as Adem Bona gets boxed out by Huck Porty, and the rebound goes to the Knicks again. Anunoby taking on Tyrese Maxey, gives it up, back over to Huck Porty. Huck Porty's pass intercepted by Paul George. George over at the baseline. He wants to take on Bridges. He passes it to Bona. I don't know why. He would have had one more step, but anyhow, the ball does go out of bounds, and it's still going to be Sixers ball. His last touch by Huck Porty. Miles McBride, will step on in for the Knicks, and they will go to a small ball lineup. Precious Achiuwa will enter on in for Josh Hart. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icons, too. Maxey will inbound it over from the baseline. Dumps it off to George. George back to Maxey for a 3. It's blocked by Bridges. George gets the rebound. George fights for it. Goes up with a layup inside. Can't get it. Tyrese Maxey fighting again. Lays it up and lays it in. That's the type of effort we want to see. That's the type of effort. Come on, man. Now they give it effort. Brunson for a 3-pointer on the far wing. It's a little bit short. Oubre got the rebound. They'll dump it off over to Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey heads down the lane again. McBride, his defender, a floater by Maxey. And it's too strong. Rebound by New York again. Brunson with a no-look pass to Anunoby. Bridges with a step-back J. Puts it up, and he's human. Finally, Adem Bona. Rebound for the Sixers. George gets it for Philadelphia. Sixers go from left to right. and George will back up over towards the logo. McBride's his defender. Bona comes up for a screen. Achua now guarding Paul George, and George kicks it out to Oubre, a near corner three. Bang! 7-point deficit with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Oubre has the hot hand. 10 points for Kelly Oubre Jr. Brunson with a dump off pass to Bridges. His 7th bucket is good. 7 for 8. He is shooting wise from the field, and nobody can seem to put a body on him. 26 points for the Knicks and just 17 for the Sixers. George loses it. It goes out of bounds. Edwards tries to save it, and the Knicks will get the ball. Timeout called by Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks. A 9-point deficit for the Sixers with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Oubre with a solid start so far. That's nice to see. The Sixers are plus 475. What are the final score predictions, folks? Let us know down below. 26-17. Knicks have a 9-point lead. Mikal Bridges with 16 points in this quarter alone. 19 concurrent viewers, 12 likes. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I don't know. Where's David Roddy? Where's David Roddy at? K3LE. His name is K9. K9. With the way that this season has gone, folks, I want you to think about this question. I want you to think about this. With the way that things have gone, if Nick Nurse was fired today, who would your new head coach be? Who would your new head coach be if you were to choose if Nick Nurse was fired today? I'd go with Mike Brown. I don't think it was all his fault with everything that went on in Sacramento. I think Mike Brown would be a very good fit. But if you were to choose a head coach, if Nick Nurse were to get fired today, with the way that the season has gone, who would you have? Let me know. Let me know down below. And if you are just tuning in for the very first time, the name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ on here. We do Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. Knicks final score 126-103. I just can't see them doing it. Knicks 105, Sixers 98. Ooh. Whew. You're being too nice. I'm kidding. Jalen Brunson's going to get the inbound pass for the New York Knicks. Think about that question, though. I'll continue to ask that. Brunson gives it over to OG Anunoby on the perimeter. He'll step back. Edwards is his defender. Anunoby tries to go for a 2. He tried to bank it in, but he's fouled with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And the foul, I think, is going to be on Adem Bona. Freddie Freeman just shared on MLB Network that he will be making his spring training debut tomorrow. And again, Ohtani will be playing on Friday. The first free throw by Anunoby. He got it. What was the question, JJ? If Nick Nurse was fired today, who would be your Philadelphia 76ers head coach? Is the question. Mine would be Mike Brown. Second free throw, it's good. 28-17 is the score. The Knicks lead it by 11. Maxey on the drive to the basket, steps back. He'll spin, he'll turn, he'll try to go for a two. Can't get it, and then Obi tips it into the hands of Jalen Brunson. And the Knicks have the rebound. Brunson to Achua, gets it deflected by Maxey, and stolen by Adembona. Maxey gets it back. He's at the top of the key. Drives it into the lane with the right hand. He tried to finish through contact. Good defense by Brunson, and a nice rebound by Jalen Brunson, too, off of the missed shot. Maxey can't get back on defense. Bridges tries to make him pay for a three, and can't do so. Edwards, rebound for the Sixers. The Sixers lineup, it's Edwards, Bona, Maxey, and Lonnie Walker the fourth, and Kelly Oubre Jr. Maxey gets it back over in the lane, gets the ball knocked loose, but a kicked ball violation is on Tyrese Maxey. They actually called an offensive foul on Adembona. They said that he set an illegal pick. Stan Van Gundy. That's funny. I would take Mike Brown, says Falco. I don't think it was all his fault with what happened in Sacramento. I really don't. 28 points for the Knicks and just 17 for the Philadelphia 76ers. And now it's Grimes who comes in. The lineup for the Sixers, it's Drummond, Oubre, Grimes, Edwards, and Walker. It's funny because I would have picked Jeff Van Gundy. That's funny. And Bridges with a step-back elbow J, and he just cannot be stopped. 18 points for Mikal Bridges, and he's 8 for 10 from the field in this game. Off the dribble, Oubre flops up and down, tried to get it blocked, did not get it blocked though, still retains possession and floats it up and in. Kelly Oubre trying to match Mikal Bridges. He does have 12 points, but he's 5 for 6 shooting-wise tonight. Brunson with a step-back elbow J. And we have a foul called. It looked like Brunson flopped again. And Justin Edwards gets called for the foul. He just... It's so funny. You don't even have to touch Jalen Brunson, and yet he's going to get the calls. He is. Look, if you watch it again, Edwards got a slight piece of him. Ever so slightly. And yet if that was Tyrese Maxey, whistles remain silent. The first foul shot by Jalen Brunson. He knocks it down. Mike Brown is a great coach for defense. I agree with you. That's why I like Mike Brown. 7.7 assists and 2 rebounds for Jalen Brunson in this game so far. Free throw number 2 by Brunson, and make him 5 for 5 from the line today. The Knicks lead it by a baker's dozen with about 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Grimes takes it towards the right side of the wing. He's on the perimeter. They'll hand it off over to Lonnie Walker, who crosses over 3 times, tries to move forward, moves backwards, and now heads over towards the elbow and connects on an elbow jumper. Sixers cut the deficit back to a dozen. There's about 2 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Brunson being locked up on chains by Justin Edwards. Edwards tries to play defense. Still, Brunson can't move. Gets a screen now set by Achua. Brunson on the drive towards the basket. Mikal Bridges got tripped up by Grimes on the perimeter, and he is fouled. And I think that that's going to put the Knicks in the bonus, and Bridges will head to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. I mean, he tripped him ever so slightly, too. Bridges at the line. They call a personal foul on Quentin Grimes. Bridges with 18 points, and he's 8 for 10 from the field today. The foul shot, he misses it, hits off the front side of the rim. He's an 84% career foul shooter, but this year, his free throw percentage has been at an all-time worse. He's just shooting 74% from the free throw line. The second foul shot, he knocks it down, and it's 33-21. Sixers get the inbound pass over to Lonnie Walker. Walker with a half-court shot, and it goes over the backboard, and that is going to do it. It actually hit the shot clock. And so the Sixers, they trail by 12 points as they go into quarter number 2. It's 33-21. The Wildcats are going wild. Just one Wildcat's really going wild, and that's Mikal Bridges. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks, and hit the bell icon as well. Mike Brown is great for defense. Stoney says, JJ, Phil Jackson came out of retirement and he wanted to come back to a team. Would you take him? Just wondering kind of question. No. Not at all. If as much as I love Coach Lynam, if Coach Lynam wanted to come out of retirement and start coaching again, no. It's a new NBA. These are new players. Now, if Hubie Brown, I know that he's just retired from broadcasting. If he wanted to come back, I would take him because he at least is still involved in the game. Not saying that Phil Jackson isn't, but I know guys who have actually worked with Hubie Brown that are professionals. So, like, that are still playing right now. I do. So, I would actually take Hubie Brown right now. But I don't know. Obviously, he wouldn't do it. Why would he? My man's 90. But that would be like one of the only guys. If somebody were to come out of retirement and say, you know, I want to be a head coach again, that would be like one of the only guys that I would take because that man is heavily still involved in the game, spreading words of wisdom to the youth, and he understands what it takes. And he gets the players as well. True love for Hubie. Yep, true love Hubie Brown. Gio, what's going on, man? Make sure you guys like and subscribe, man. I want us to get to 4,830 subscribers by the end of this stream. We need 8 more. Tell your friends, tell your family members. I don't care. We're doing whatever it takes just to get to 4,830 by the end of this. We are going to get to 4,830. I don't even care if it takes all night. I am going to stay up until we get there. I want us to get there. Sixers only give up 33 points in the first quarter. And only 33 actually makes a difference compared to 40, 42, and 41. I hit that like button. Yes, sir. Love it. Love it. They did. They only give up 33 points. However, they only give up 19 points to Mikal Bridges. You like that? You hear Snow? Snow, are you here? You still here? Landry Shamet, a former 76er, comes on in from Wichita State. Didn't even know he was still in the league. Bridges outside the Shamet for 3. Almost knocked it down, but almost does not count. 33-21 or 50. Yeah, absolutely. Drummond on the drive to the basket, and he's fouled as he goes down like a penguin. Precious Achiuwa fouled him as he was trying to head over towards the rim. The Knicks shot 58% in the first quarter. And the Sixers' post defense just continues to be absolutely canceled. Snow's still here. Nice. Drop that link down below, Snow. Drummond at the free throw line, puts up the first foul shot. It goes foul line right, but it still goes down. It actually hit the back of the rim as it went foul line right, and it somehow trickled in. This is to cut it to a 10-point deficit. The second foul shot hits off the front iron, and it's rebounded by Miles McBride. Another former Sixer, Cameron Payne, is out there. Somebody was right about not giving that guy up and that being a mistake, and it most certainly was. Bridges with an elbow J again. He's human, and Andre Drummond comes up with the miss. George crosses over 3 times. He wants to take on Bridges. Can he do so? He tries to do a step back J. It's short. Drummond offensive board. Good for him. Finds Edwards on the perimeter for 3. That's too strong. Grimes tries to fight for the rebound. He got elbowed in the face, and yet the whistles remain silent. Achua got the board. Payne tries to float it up and in, and he got it. Cameron Payne off balance. Right-handed floater from the baseline. Good as gold. All right, George dumps it off to Andre Drummond, and Drummond looking to dump it back off over to PG. PG, the Drummond two-man game. Drummond goes down Broadway and throws it down with the left hand. Oh, that certainly should get the crowd going, even though it's at MSG, the Sixers crowd, I guess you could say. Payne gets it denied by Walker at the rim. Outlet pass to George. George kicks it out to Grimes. Should have just taken it. Grimes tries to throw it to Justin Edwards' vicinity, and it does go into the vicinity of where he was, just way out of reach. Edwards was open on the far corner, and, well, the pass was way too strong, and it was actually way too far to his right side, and it went into the Sixers' seats. Over on the bench, Payne gets it over at the foul line, dumps it back off over to Precious Achua. Achua being guarded by Andre Drummond. Good defense by Drum, and rebound by Andre. He contested that thing. That was the best defense that he's had tonight. George, step back, elbow J. It's strong again. Just wants to continue to take the mid-range jumpers and not attack, and Josh Hart comes away with the rebound. Payne throws it, deflected off of Edwards' hands, and Justin Edwards, I'll tell you one positive, his defense has been really, really good tonight. He's guarding the passing lanes. He's doing a good job on coverage wherever he has to be. He seems like he's on point with his defense. Achua gives it back over to Miles McBride. Deuce with an elbow J. Connects. Miles McBride, a guy who stepped up in the playoffs last year for the New York Knicks against the 76ers, averaging 9 points off the bench. Got to see him play for the Westchester Knicks once upon a time in the G League. All right. Quentin Grimes will dump it off to Drummond over on the block. Drummond trying to school Achua. Does he win the battle? The hook shot is far right. Didn't even hit the rim. Hart outlet pass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Sixers. Landry Shamet was the intended receiver. Most of the season, the Sixers are down by 10. That's an understatement. Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre Jr. will step on in. So George actually touched it last as Hart tried to zip it to Landry Shamet. And OG Anunoby will come on in for New York. Sixers have 2 substitutions as well, including Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre Jr. 9 minutes exactly left in quarter number 2. Anunoby gets the inbound pass, goes up for a tray. He airballs it. I actually think that Walker got a piece of it, but they don't say so on the ESPN scores on the ESPN scoreboard. Oubre hesitates, penetrates, and makes the layup. And it's an 11-point game. Kelly Oubre with 14 points in this outing so far. Hart tries to get the ball. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be New York ball. I want to see this play again. Kelly Oubre almost got away with a travel, honestly. He picked up that pivot foot as he was driving into the lane. He did. He almost got away with a travel. So Josh Hart got fouled by Oubre. And Hart is going to be at the foul line. He has not been a good foul shooter during his career. First free throw, he misses it as it hits the front iron, and it goes off towards the right side. Bilbo! What's up, Bilbo? Yes, sir. Let's go, JJ. Let's go, dude. I'm so happy that you're here with us tonight. Hopefully you can bring some spark to the 76ers. They need you, man. They do. Hart missed the first foul shot. He shot 83% this month from the line. Not a good foul shooter, though, during his career. A 76% foul shooter. And he misses the second free throw. Brick in for chicken. Let's go. 37-26. Sixers did get a rebound. Wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Maxey on the drive towards the basket. He's blitzed, but he still makes the layup. A lot of adversity down low. It looked like he got pushed and shoved, and he still made the layup, and the refs still chew the whistle. 37-28. 8:13 to go in quarter number 2. Payne will hand it off to Achua, who's at the nail. Achua being guarded by Adembona. A step-back foul line, Jay, in his face. And he backpedals with the white bandana on, or the white headband, I should say. And the Knicks go back up by 11 points. George and Walker have a little two-man game between the both of them. Sixers trying to get some points on the board. Lonnie Walker's elbow J is short. Not a lot of passing for the Sixers so far. It's a lot of ISO on offense. Here's a drive by Payne. He gets a little bit of daylight past Oubre and catches him on skates and lays it in with the left hand on the right side of the baseline. George tries to give it up over to Adembona. The ball goes off his hands, and it's intercepted by Cam Payne. Not a good pass, not a good read. Anunoby for 3. Line drive, good. 16-point lead for New York as they are on a 5-0 run. And there's about 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and a timeout taken by Nick Nurse as he has to go back to the drawing board with the Sixers down by 16. Handoff passes, dump-off passes, no cuts to the rim. Every single time the Sixers get the ball, it's so predictable. It just is. Keith Pompey says, "What was that?" And I agree. This guy's a beat writer for the Sixers, and he says, "What was that?" I don't know what that was. If you don't know what it was, I don't know what it was, Keith. 22 concurrent viewers on here. We need 8 more subs for us to get to 4,830 subscribers. We are so close, and yet so far. I want us to get there by the end of tonight. Let's go. Tell your friends, tell your family members about this channel. That's what we do. If you know people that aren't subscribed to Play by Play with JJ that actually love basketball, that love sports, and that are just good people, tell them about us. Tell them about Play by Play with JJ. If you're tuning in on the vertical stream, if you're also tuning in on Twitch, hello. Hello to the Twitch people. I got an itch, and that is for the Sixers to win. Yeah. Is this worse than the process, guys? We got a subscriber. Woo! Let's go. We gotta play. Hold up. We got a subscriber. Let's go. Nice. Gabriel, you're the man. That was you, baby. I don't think that we're going to get a lot of exciting moments. So guess what? Every single subscriber, if you guys do subscribe to the channel, that is an exciting moment for this channel because you guys are really helping things out. More great content coming on up. Again, this is for all Sixers Nation. This is also for Philadelphia Phillies Nation and Philadelphia Eagles Nation as well. I'm the GOAT, says Gabriel. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are the greatest of all time. Woo! All right, Philadelphia is down by 16 points. They need a lot of help. 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And it'll be Sixers ball. They'll inbound it from the Sixers baseline. George dumps it off to Oubre, and Oubre gives it back to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's been really cold in this game so far. He'll dump it back off over to Paul George, and again, nobody's moving. They're just standing around. Adembona gets a dump-off pass. They dump it back off over to Paul George, who has to improvise. George with a 2. No foul called, and it's rebounded by Miles McBride. Here's Josh Hart again, over on the perimeter. Swings it and tries to give it up over to McBride. George intercepts it, and he gets fouled. And McBride helps him up along with Tyrese Maxey. Again, there's just everything that they're doing. They're just dumping it off to somebody, and they're not passing it around the timeline, and there's no purpose. There's just no purpose at all whatsoever with what they're doing offensively from a schematic standpoint. Now, Paul George did play really good defense there and got an interception off of Josh Hart. That was nice to see. 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Maxey thought about taking the 3. Takes it into the elbow. Goes up for 2. Connects! They cut it down to a 14-point deficit. And Maxey able to hit an elbow J. The lineup out there for the Knicks, it's OG, it's Hart, it's Achua, Payne, and McBride. Payne on the near wing, gives it back to McBride for a tray. Way too strong as it hits the brick. And Ricky Council, the 4th, comes away with the rebound. They'll dump it off to George. George to Council on the near corner at the 3-point line, trying to school campaign. They swing it back out to George. Oubre tries to get it. One more to Maxey for a far-corner 3. And it's just a little bit off. Adembona got boxed in by OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart with another rebound. McBride on the perimeter, and he's being guarded by Ricky Council the 4th. He'll try to take him one-on-one. They get a screen. Adembona now steps up on him, and he goes up with a step-back J, and Miles McBride wins that battle. Deuce McBride, as they call him. 4 points and 2 boards, along with 1 assist. Oubre for a tray, and he chucked one up from another area code and bricked it from another one. Campaign again with a dump-off pass to Precious Achua, who parts the Red Sea, gets by Adembona, and he throws it down with the left hand. 18-point lead for New York. And there is a whistle called. The Sixers get a violation called on with about 4:58 to go. I want to see what this was. Maxey over on the far wing for 3. In and out it goes. Adembona tried to get the rebound, and that's what the violation was. It's going to be a loose ball foul called on Josh Hart. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe, folks. If you enjoy NBA basketball, if you enjoy Major League Baseball and NFL football, subscribe to your boy. 48-30 with 4:50 left to go in the second quarter. George gets the inbound pass. Will swing it over to Adembona. Another dump off over to Maxey. They pass it over to Council. Now it's Oubre again on the perimeter. Shot clock's winding down. They'll dump it off to Ricky Council the 4th. One more to Bona. And Bona throws it down with 2 hands. But it's going to be a shot clock. Nope. Did they call a violation? Is it a shot clock violation? No, they counted the 2. And now they're going to call a violation on Ricky Council the 4th. Let's see again. Council passed it over to Bona. And Bona, I think, just got it in there. Yes, he did. Okay, that's what they were trying to review. Okay, 48-32. Hart finds a wide open man. Huck Porty down low, and the binoculars work. The glasses weren't foggy. Josh Hart able to get an assist. George tries to go up with a 2, and he's fouled right at the baseline. What happened to Karl-Anthony Towns? Karl-Anthony Towns is not in the lineup tonight. He is out for the New York Knicks. His injury that he is dealing with is a knee injury. So his playing status, they said that he was out for tonight. They originally ruled him as questionable, but he's out. 50 points for the Knicks, 32 for the 76ers. George's first foul shot, doink. It's off the back iron, and it goes out. I thought PG was supposed to be a good foul shooter when we got him. It's not had a good year from the line. Second free throw, though, by Paul George. He does connect.
Excellent.
Shooting 81% from the line, but it seems like he's missed a lot more free throws, only attempting about 2.5 per game. Last year he attempted 4. The year before that it was 5. Brunson goes up for 2. Gets it, blocked by Tyrese Maxey. Maxey tried to give it over to Council, who was cutting towards the basket. The pass was a little bit too strong. It was sort of lightning in a bottle that he tried to pass the hot potato away. Bridges gets the inbound pass. Anunoby gets it down low. George defends him. They'll dump it back off to Josh Hart at the top of the key. Hart to Bridges on the far wing of the three-point line. He pump fakes. He tries to pivot his feet and goes towards the left hand. Gives it back to Jalen Brunson. Brunson with the shot clock winding down. Goes up for 2. Kisses it off the window. And it goes down the drain. 52-33. Adachi, what's going on? Another sub! Let's go. Sixers with a shot. It's a three-pointer, and that one goes in. Hold up. We'll hold off the celebration in just a few moments for our new subscriber, Adachi. What's going on, man? What is up? Council gets a steal for the Sixers, and a foul is called. Adachi, a new subscriber. Let's go. 6 more until we get to 48-30. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Another one. 48-25. Let's go. $2:50 left to go in the second quarter. George trying to get over to Andre Drummond. Drummond gives it back to Oubre for 3. Big! Kelly Oubre Jr. feeling it with the stroke from that near corner tonight. He's 3 for 3 on that near corner from downtown. 13-point deficit for the Sixers. Brunson at the top of the key. And he's looking to try to get over towards the elbow. Maxey locking them up on defense and doing a great job there. Anunoby trying to go up against Paul George. Contested 2. Good defense by PG. Rebound by PG as well. And 2:10 to go. Sixers fine for it's PG to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down with 2 hands. 11-point game. Sixers doing a good job. Andre Drummond gets called for a technical foul for holding on to the rim too long, and the referees all gather together. Let's see. He did hang on to the rim. He also kicked the ball as well. He didn't really kick it. The ball just went down, and it landed on his foot, so that's just a technical free throw for Jalen Brunson, man. New sub here, recommended by Gabriel Stokes. Gabe, you're the man. Another sub, baby. Let's go. 2:06 to go in quarter number 2. We'll play Zombie Nation in just a little bit for our brand new subscriber. Frankie, you're the best. You're the absolute best. And Gabe, you're the GOAT. Absolutely. 53-41. The Knicks lead it by 12. Another sub. I gotta play it. I'm sorry. Where's the babies in the chat? Where's the babies in the chat? Let's go. All right. Bridges gives it back over to Anunoby. And there's a two-pointer by Ariel Huckporty. He got the baby hook to go. Nobody can stop this guy. Nobody. 55-41, 98 seconds left in the second quarter. Paul George throws it away. It's intercepted by Josh Hart. 4-on-3 basketball. Hart playing peekaboo, finds OG Anunoby right at the rim, and he dunks it and finishes with two hands. 16-point deficit for the Sixers, and about a minute and 20 seconds to go before halftime. Maxey to Oubre again on the perimeter. Another dump-off pass to Paul George. George, what's he going to do? George will kick it out to Oubre. Another near corner three. Can't get it. George tries to get the rebound. Goes up with it. Not once. Gets the offensive board. Kicks it out to Maxey again for another three. And Tyrese Maxey 0 for 6 from three. Brunson with a steal. Josh Hart gets it down low in the dunker spot. George got back on defense. George knocks it out. And Josh Hart touched it last. He lost the ball. It's a turnover. And the Knicks may want to challenge this. And with 51.1 seconds left to go in the second quarter, they call for a timeout. Tyrese Maxey 0 for 6 from 3, 8 points, and some of the shots he's getting are wide open. He just cannot find a rhythm. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, man. Yeah, babies. I didn't realize I had one. Thanks. Good day, my friend. I didn't realize I had one until you said it. Was recommended by Frankie. John Pork. John Pork, you're the man. I love you guys, man. We have the best community on here. I'm telling you, we are Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. Okay, if you are obsessed with a team who is doing so bad and you don't know why you keep watching, I'll tell you why. Because you have Philly fever, and you have become a freak of nature. That's just the truth. You watch the Eagles, you see them win a Super Bowl. That's freakish behavior. You're watching spring training games with me. It's spring training. That is also freakish behavior. You see a team lose 8 games in a row, and after they were down by 50 points, down by 50 to a Bulls team that looked like a 1995 Bulls team, and you still come back. That is also freakish behavior. Whoever gifted me the membership, John Pork, thank you. That was actually me. You missed it. I was gifted memberships before. I said I was thinking of a number between 1 through 5, and I wanted to think about, well, why was 5 significant? And I was like, well, it's because I can get 5 new memberships. Another new subscriber. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 2 more. 2 more. Let's go. 2 more. It's because I have CJ fever. Let's go. Two more till we get to 48-30, man. 51.6 seconds left in the first half. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. What are we going to do during halftime? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Mikal Bridges put up 19 points in the first half. He had 16 in the first quarter. Bilbo, what's going on? Let's see those babies in the chat. 57-41. I gotta get a doll or like something. Like every time the Phillies score a run, like just like a little baby. I gotta get like a baby emoji. Come on, I gotta do it. Scott, you're a genius, man. You really are. You really are. Another sub, one more. Let's go. Oh, let's go. 57-41. They're going to call a personal foul on OG Anunoby, and Paul George is going to the line for 2 free throws. A lot to Philly. I'll die for my country, for Philly. I love it. Yes, sir. First free throw by PG. He knocks it down. Paul George, 7.6 rebounds, 5 assists. He's had a very good all-around game so far. I know that he's not shooting the ball well, but he's actually had a better outing today than he has in a little bit of time. Love it. One more sub till we get to 40-30. We're so close. Oh, we're so close. The foul shot by George connects.
Excellent.
You sent me a yeah baby emoji. I'll have to check that out. I love that. I love that. Brunson on the drive to the basket. Goes up for 2, and he's fouled by PG. And more free throws coming up from the flopper. Let's see those fish emojis in the chat for Jalen Brunson. I'm telling you, like, I'm not even, like, trying to be biased, but this guy wasn't even touched again and gets another foul call. Free throw number 1 by Brunson. Got it. What's he now? 6 for 6 from the line? Yeah, 6 for 6. Josh Hart already has 8 rebounds. He's averaging about 9.5 per game. He's averaging like 12 rebounds against the Sixers. At the very, very least. All right. Brunson with free throw number 2. Takes about a couple of dribbles. Hesitates, puts it up, and knocks it down. There's the fish emojis. There we go. 10 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Oubre on the drive to the basket. Goes up towards the rim. And he's fouled. Lands into a push-up position. The assertiveness by Kelly Oubre Jr. trying to go up with a lot of physicality. And he wanted to put an exclamation point all over Precious Achiuwa. I like those fish emojis. Maxey needs to lock in. Yes, I agree. 25.7 seconds to go. It's like time has stood still ever since that timeout was called by the Knicks. And a foul shot is good. 48-30. Oh, we'll be celebrating in 25 seconds. Oubre with 18 points. Wow. The second free throw by Oubre. And that one is good. 59-45. 2 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Whoever was my 48 under 30 subscriber, thank you. We'll celebrate after this. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Brunson gets it over at the logo. Edwards guarding him. Can he lock him up? Brunson lost the ball. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Brunson spins, turns, goes up for 2. He got it! He got it! Oh my gosh. George gets the inbound pass. Half-court shot by PG. It's just a little bit off. Jalen Brunson just swished it and hit a turnaround J with a shot clock winding down right at the elbow and hit it in the face of Justin Edwards. Great defense, just better offense. And the Sixers down by 16 as we go into halftime. All right, 4,830 subs, baby. Let's go. I love it. That's beautiful. We got it. I love it. Oof. Beautiful. All right, monologue screen. We're going into halftime now. All right, let's talk about this. Yeah. We knew that we were going to get outscored in the first half. I think that what's really disappointing today is that when I'm watching this team on offense, there's no poise. There's nothing out there. We're settling for mid-range jumpers, and every time we try to drive it to the rim, it's all very predictable. I actually calculated this. I did this in my head as we were going through the game. Okay, the Knicks were getting shots off. They only had 2 shots that went up with the shot clock winding down. The Philadelphia 76ers, there were 12 possessions where the shot clock was winding down. This is just in the second quarter, by the way. There were 12 possessions that they had where the shot clock was winding down to less than 10 seconds. And yet, they had to hurry up and get a shot off. That's the offense. Do you know why that's happening? It's because we're not spreading the floor. And when we do spread the floor and somebody gets trapped, there needs to be off-ball movement. There needs to be off-ball movement, and there's none. So I don't think anybody's talking about it from this sort of perspective, but when you're the offense, when you're on offense and the shot clock is winding down to the 5-second mark or under 10 seconds, 12 times, you're not getting shots off. Like, you're not going to be getting good shots off with that. You're just not. You're not. Nobody talks about it from that sort of perspective. And I'm watching the shot clock go down, and I'm like, well, I feel like I've seen this happen a lot where we have the ball, and it's like, well, the shot clock's winding down to the 5-second mark, and we have to hurry up. We got to get something off. And when you got to hurry, guess what? That's stress. And when you have stress, you're not getting wide open looks, man. And you have to think on your feet. It's not like you're prepared. That's the issue. There's no purpose. The shot clock's winding down because you don't have a purpose on offense. There's no purpose. You know? Why is the shot clock winding down? It's because you're not creating plays. And the plays that you are creating are garbage. Knicks, every single time they had the ball, the shot clock only went down 2 times. Because they knew how to get into their sets. And they knew how to pick apart the defense. How many times did Mikal Bridges go into the paint in the first quarter? Do you know why it was 4 for 4? Or really 7 for 7 from the field? Yes, he made 2 threes in a row, but he also was making buckets down low in the paint where he was in the dunker spot, and we're so focused on the ball handler. We're not moving on defense. We're not sliding down. It's simple. It's not rocket science. And now we're giving up a lot of points in the paint. So guess what? The Sixers think that now, well, they are going to get more points in the paint. So let's try to go to a bigger lineup and let's try to stash the box. And when you stash the box, Mikal Bridges can beat you with threes too. Jalen Brunson can beat you with a 3. OG Anunoby beat them with a line drive 3, and the shot clock was winding down. So, there's your problems. That's coaching. That's not players. That's coaching. That is Nick Nurse at his best. Are they winning? 61-45 is the score. There you have it. There you have it, right there. Let's look at the team stats. They're shooting 40% from three. We're shooting 23.5% from three. And you know what's interesting, and nobody talks about this, I know that they only have 4 fast break points, but let's go back to those other games against Chicago and against Brooklyn. Because the same thing was happening where, again, the shot clock's winding down to like 5 seconds, and we have to hurry up and get a shot off. They're stacking the box to go get a rebound. And what do you think is going to happen? They're prepared to go on a fast break. And that's why our transition defense sucks. They say that great defense leads to easy offense, but bad offense leads to bad defense. There's the Sixers for you. 26 points in the paint. That's for the Knicks. 18 for us. Their largest lead was 19. Mikal Bridges averaging 17.5 points per game. 3 rebounds. 3.5 assists, and he's shooting 49% from the field. Then what they did was actually really funny, is that they put Paul George on him. And after they put Paul George on him, he went quiet. And nobody else has been able to find a way to beat them. Unfortunately, though, because you're getting a lot of shots off late in the shot clock, that doesn't help you. That does not help you. So you can play great defense and play better defense, which is what they did in the second quarter. But then again, bad offense leads to bad defense. Got to score points. Got to find a way to put them on the board. What bugs you the most about this team? I have a bad right shoulder and can probably shoot at least as good as they do, says Jane. And you know what's really funny? Jane, you would probably be, instead of just standing around like Ricky Council IV or Paul George, whenever nobody has the ball, you would probably move. You'd probably move to try to get open. These guys aren't moving. Or you would actually go to the rim to try to get a rebound or whatever the case is, and you would try to box out. I don't see that. Please smash the like and the subscribe button if you enjoy the call from Play by Play with JJ. Jason the Voice Joseph. Jane said it very well. Another thing I noticed that I wanted to sort of talk about too is I think I understand why Tyrese Maxey is not getting foul calls. And you know why? Because he's not selling it. How do you sell a foul call? Unfortunately, what you got to do is if you in order to sell a foul call, you have to get stronger. You have to become more bulky, like more physical, and you got to continue to drive it. This guy doesn't always drive it to the lane, and he's not as muscular. During the offseason, I think he's a strong guy, but if he is going to be somebody who wants to get more foul calls, he has to build more muscle because, and he also, what he has to do is he has to work on moves where he pump fakes and he just, I don't want to say flops, but he has to get the defender on skates, and he's not doing that right now. So when he goes up for a layup and he's trying to finish it out in transition or whatever it is, if he gets pushed, it still looks like he's going for a layup. He's going to have to try to find a way to finesse in order for him to sell those calls. That's what the eye test is telling me. What's bothering me about this team is everything. I would take anyone other than Nurse. Justin says everything's bothering me. JJ, yes, you're right. Because that's how you win the game. You care enough and you push yourself. Josh Hart has heart. Where's our heart? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. But yeah, if Maxey wants to try to sell calls, he's going to have to get stronger, and he's going to have to try to find a way to get the defenders fooled. So one thing that LeBron does a very good job at. He's not built like LeBron. He's not built like Giannis. He's not built like Jokic or Embiid. So he's not that size. But what does Jalen Brunson do a good job at besides flopping? He's a good finisher. And he understands when he's getting a defender to pump fake, he leans in to the foul. That's why James Harden was so successful, and it was watching, honestly, an artist out there. Even though he found a way to finesse the system, he was able to bait defenders with the crossover moves, going in between the legs, and leaning towards his right when he would go up with a shot. I don't see Maxey doing that. He just goes up and down. If you fight, that's what it takes. But this team, they don't have it. Thanks on JJ's behalf. Oh, I missed that. Everyone sub to JJ. Help him reach his goal. He's a great guy, and he does great whatever he does. Gio, I appreciate you, man. You have no idea how much I love each and every one of you. What needs to change in the second half, folks? Our three-point shooting needs to change. But again, that's because our offensive mindset needs to change. Down screens. Pin down, man downs. How about a Gortat screen? About all that stuff. I remember when the Eagles last year were not running motion, and they were not getting the defenders to buy in on pre-snap motion. And they could, we complained that Brian Johnson had no creativity on offense. That's the same thing that we're watching now. All right, here we go. 61-45 is the score as we start off quarter number 3. Brunson goes up for a 3. That's no good. The tip back by Hook Porty is He puts it up and he puts it in, but Kelly Oubre Jr. got fouled. That's the type of thing that I'm talking about. When you're trying to get boxed out and you lean right in, Oubre got hit right on the face, but he sort of had to over-exaggerate it a little bit, and after the exaggeration, he did get the foul call there. That's the types of things that I'm talking about. 61-45, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. George steps back with a 2, and he got it. Shot clock winding down again. ISO ball, but Paul George made the shot. That's it. I'm telling you, watch that shot clock. Listen to when I say the shot clock's winding down. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Knicks, but there's a wide open 3, and OG Anunoby can't make it. Maxey gets the rebound. He's sort of waiting. He's not going out in transition and trying to hustle to the rim. He'll dump it off to Oubre. Oubre to Grimes. Grimes back to Oubre again. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Drummond over to Oubre as he drives it towards the lane, and he got fouled. That was a good play. Drummond able to find Oubre, cut him backdoor towards the basket, and he tried to lay it in with the left hand, and he's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line to put up 2 points at the charity stripe. Oubre with a game high, tied with Mikal Bridges of 19 points. 7 for 10 he is from the field. He's 2 for 2 from the line. The first free throw, he swishes it. It was a high arcing rainbow shot, and he got it up and got it in. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. 48-40. Let's try to get there now. We got to 48-30. I can't believe it. Second free throw by Oubre. That's good. Excellent. So they cut it to a 12-point game with 10 minutes and 40 seconds. We're not down by 50 yet. Nope, George lost the ball. Gives it back over to Andre Drummond. It was stolen by George, and then he lost it. Drummond got it back. George over to Grimes. Grimes down the lane. Tries to lay it up and in, and he can't do so. That was way too strong of a finish. Bridges got the rebound. He'll reset on the far perimeter and give it back to OG Anunoby. Gets past one defender. Hart cuts over towards the rim and slashes his way towards the basket. Those are the types of things that the Sixers aren't doing. Josh Hart was moving around the perimeter. He was on the far corner, then went to the top of the key without the ball, and then slashed his way towards the basket and finally got rewarded for that. Oubre on a drive to the basket again for the Sixers, and he gets fouled. It's a foul on the floor. Grimes gets the inbound pass. A catch and shoot 3. Swish! 63-52, and less than 10 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Sixers do have 4 timeouts left, and so do the New York Knicks. The Sixers are going from right to left. The Knicks going from left to right. Knicks have the ball. Brunson at the elbow, being heavily guarded by Maxey. They swing it out to Josh Hart. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And the Sixers defense going to stop. The lock's in the chat. Let's go. Bridges on the drive to the basket. 1 second left. The elbow jumper. No. Andre Drummond tips it back up and tips it in. Are you kidding me? Drummond with the butterfingers. He could not catch the rebound, and they give the points to Mikal Bridges. Are you kidding me? George with a line drive 3. Bang! Oh, my gosh. 65-55. All you got to do is catch the rebound. Brunson turns it over, though, and the Sixers will get the ball back. He stepped, or actually it was Ariel Huckporty, who had a moving screen, and he got called for an offensive foul. Again, come on, Drummond. That's like the 3rd game in a row where I've seen the Sixers try to go for a rebound, and they just tip it up and in. That's just awful. 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Sixers have the ball. Can they cut it into single digits? Drummond will try to get it from Maxey. George finds Grimes cutting towards the basket. Grimes not looking to pass it. Now he is. To Oubre with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Oubre at the elbow. Puts up a 2. No good. And a rebound by Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart tries to go up against Oubre. Oubre goes down. He was flopping. And Mikal Bridges with his 9th field goal today got it. 67-55. Sixers down by 12 with 8:20 to go in quarter number 3. All right, George to Maxey, floater inside, and it goes in and out. Brunson got the rebound over Andre Drummond, and we have another whistle called with 8:11 to go. Ay, ay, ay. This team is a joke, JJ, says Nicholas. They are a joke. They are a joke. Drummond has a ball, goes off of his fingers, and he can't catch a rebound, and it goes in. 67-55. Brunson again on a drive to the basket. Dumps it back to Achua, a former Raptor. Achua trying to go over Drummond. It's pickpocketed by George. Oubre tries to get the steal. Fight for the loose ball on the ground between him and Bridges, and he throws it over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with a give and go to Quentin Grimes on the perimeter. They give it back to Maxey. A pass out of the shot. Maxey to George on the perimeter on the far right side. George with 5 seconds left gets some space over Brunson and hits the elbow J. Timeout called by Tibbs. 7.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. All right, PG. 15 points for George. I'll take that. All right. That's better. We played better. Again, Andre Drummond has to catch a rebound. But still, better job. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icons, folks. We need 10 more for us to get to 4840. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, folks. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So let's raise our goal now to try to see if we can get to 4850. No, 4840. We'll do 10. We'll do 4840. Can we get to 4840 by the end of the stream? Can we? If we can't, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. I'm actually really happy that we passed our first goal. That's beautiful. Kelly Oubre continues to play his butt off. Harvey says PG might actually be back. All it took was giving up the podcast. At least the Sixers are playing like they care tonight, says Kyle Newbeck. I agree. Is that a step in the right direction? It is. Is that where we want to be? No. Not at all. There's Franklin the dog. Franklin the dog. I want to see what Nicholas said here. This team is a joke, JJ. I can't believe that they think that they are great enough to win a championship. Paul George has been much more aggressive as a 3-level scorer tonight. He has 15 points on 5 for 12 shooting, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and also 4 steals, too. I got to put that out there. His defense has been really good overall. Maybe taking the break from podcasting is all he needed. Everybody's going to mock him for that. False hope, JJ. I know. Sucks that we all have to suffer for this. I have Philly flu. Think we all do, man. Keep watching that shot clock. I'm going to say it again. All right, 67-57. Sixers have 8 steals. The Knicks have 3, but the Sixers are down by 10. Brunson gives it down low to Achua. Achua dumps it back off over to Anunoby. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Brunson wants to get the ball, puts up a 3-pointer over Maxey, and he got it to go. Jalen Brunson with a line drive 3. puts it in the face of Tyrese Maxey and backpedals and goes back on defense. 70-57. And now Maxey, being guarded by Mikal Bridges, is looking to try to give the ball back up over to Grimes for a catch-and-shoot three. Can't get it. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Outlet pass intercepted by Grimes. Grimes, good defense. Kick out to Oubre. Oubre on the drive. Tries to lay it up and in. He had a wide open lane and still could not make it. Hart rebound for the Knicks. Oh, Anunoby down low, gives it back to Achua in the dunker spot, and he gets it up and in. Sometimes they just overthink on offense, and that's the thing that you don't like about Oubre. So when he misses wide open bunnies like that, you love the aggressiveness. He has to do better. George, step back three, big! Paul George is back. 18 points for PG. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brunson over at the elbow. Maxey, good defense. Brunson tries to bank it in. Can't get it. Oubre got the rebound. Drummond boxed out Achua. Maxey to Grimes on the perimeter. Grimes drives it inside towards the baseline. Kick out to Oubre. One more to George. Step back. Pump fake three. Oh, no good. Drummond offensive board, though. He tries to tug the ball, and he lost it. Mikal Bridges comes away with the steal. And Achua did a good job. Bridges for three. Answers back with a tray of his own. 75-60 with 5 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Maxey tries to go for a 2 and 1. Mikal Bridges with the foul called on him. And Maxey did sell the foul call there. He most certainly did. Nice. I can't wait till the Phillies start whooping butt, and maybe questionably glad Bohm is still here. He just dropped off at the end of the season, but was pretty good throughout the rest of the season. Yeah, it was more so about the hustle. Like the lack of hustle when he didn't hustle into second base in Game 4. That's what really annoyed me. Maxey with the and one. He drops it in.
Excellent.
12-point game with 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time to go. Josh Hart has the rock, and he'll dump it back off over to Precious Achua. Achua spinning, turning into the lane, goes up for a 2, and he's fouled by Adem Bona. And we have some more free throws coming up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Podcast Pete is locked in. Let's see Paul George emojis in the chat. He's actually balling out tonight for the first time in like 2 months. First free throw, no. It would actually be really cool if Paul George led them to this comeback. I would be very happy about that. Achua misses the first free throw. The Knicks have been struggling from the line tonight. So he goes 1 for 2. Or sorry, he's 0 for 1 so far. The second free throw by Achua. He gets the friendly roll. And a baker's dozen is the lead for the New York Knicks. 26 people tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. The name is Jason Joseph. George gets the dump-off pass. George goes into the backcourt as it was knocked away by Oubre. George gets it back. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. George on the drive to the basket. Lost the ball. And it'll stay with Philadelphia. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Okay. 4:47 to go, and Maxey will be the inbounder here. Tyrese Maxey, 5 for 17 shooting-wise from the field. It has not been a good day at the office for him. Maxey throws it into George's hands. George throws it away. Tried to give it up to Oubre. And a fast break by OG Anunoby. They lose it. Tyrese Maxey tries to get it. Anunoby gets it back. Goes up with the shot. And one. 78-63. Effort by the Sixers on the ground. Just that time it was an unlucky bounce. And Edwards actually did a good job getting back on defense from stopping the little fast break. But again, Maxey fighting for the loose ball on the ground. Anunoby staying with it and fighting through adversity. And it's 78-63. The foul shot is up and in. I can't see it. Okay, I'll have to make sure that we try to get the PG emoji back. 79-63. Sixers down by 16. Let's try to fix that right now. Maxey trying to go downhill. Puts up a 2. Can't get it. Adembona follow through. Yes. Nice job by him. 79-65. Brunson again. Tries to go downhill over Paul George. Gets tripped up. And we have a foul called. And George not happy with it. And neither is Tyrese Maxey. All right, so let's see. Where are the emotes? Let's try to figure that out now. There's the badges. That's not what I wanted. No, I'm blind. Oh, there's Paul George. We have Paul George emotes. I do have to change out the Joel Embiid ones because he's not playing, but whatever. Cannot focus. All right, I will post the Paul George emotes for those of you that don't know. 79-65. Achua tries to get it knocked loose. He didn't try to get it knocked loose. He got it knocked loose by Adembona. It's stolen. Maxey gets the 2, and 79-67. Bona with another steal. Gives it back to Maxey. Maxey at the elbow. Oubre to George on the near corner. Oubre tried to lay it up and in, and, well, we have a whistle called to travel. Paul George could not get it off without traveling, and it's back to a 12-point game. 3:40 left. 7 turnovers by the Knicks. Brunson being blitzed by Maxey. Brunson tries to float it up and in, and he gets it with the how do you do. I don't know how he finished it. He tried to go up with an acrobatic layup. No foul was called anyways, and the lead is back to 14 for the Knicks. Maxey's been ice cold tonight. He'll dump it back over to Adembona. Bona's looking for help. He pivots again, and a kick ball called on OG Anunoby with about 7 seconds on the shot clock. All right, so where is the Paul George emote? Let's try to find it. 1 second. Where is our live stream? I got to put it up. There it is. We got 20 people viewing this. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. 10 more until we get to 48-40. Maxey on the drive to the basket. Count it. Did he make it? He did, and one. Very good for Tyrese Maxey. Like that a lot. Okay. How do you do? A little how do you do? Yes, sir. All right, where are my emotes? There it is. There's Paul George. This is the Paul George emotes. And here's the Tyrese Maxey emotes. I can see clearly now the Sixers suck. That's what Jane says. 81-69. Maxey with the end one opportunity. Yes, sir.
Excellent.
All right. It's 81-70 with about 3 minutes and 4 seconds left to go. The Nets are up by 15 points against OKC at halftime. This team might find a way to not even get a top 10 pick. As crazy as that is. Brunson flops, and Maxey comes away with the rebound. 2:45 to go in the third. Maxey drives it inside. It's rejected by Achua, and McBride gets a piece of it, and it'll still be Sixers ball with 11 seconds on the shot clock. It reset just for a little bit. Okay. Our subscribers' word is not going up, and a timeout is called by New York. The Knicks, honestly, have been a little bit embarrassing against this team right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Hit the bell icons as well, and that way you'll know when we go live. I'm going to put the monologue screen on me for a second. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies baseball, Eagles football, and Philadelphia 76ers basketball. That's what we do on this channel. We're also doing some more baseball games this year. We are doing Sunday Night Baseball. We're going to try to do as many as we can. I can't promise that we're going to do every single one of them. We're not. But we will try to do a lot, and it'll be fun. So I want to give you guys more content. I'm trying to get this thing up, and away. RB said it's pretty crazy watching Jaylen Brown flop as many times as he's been. He just is. There's like nobody touching him, and yet he's getting foul calls left and right. I remember Oubre was on him, and he just went, Edwards was on him, and he went up and down, and Brunson just goes to the ground as if he was like punched in the face. Sorry, Franklin, it's not your fault. How come the emotes show the Sixers but say the Eagles ones? Because it's not Eagles time. I will put a Phillies emote when the Phillies play spring training games. We've been covering their spring training games. Y'all should go check that out. Keep hitting the like button and keep subscribing to the channel. Can we get to 4,840 subs, baby? Every sub we get a baby in the chat from Scott. We get a baby in the chat from Scott and from the rest of y'all. We need the babies. I gotta say this. Tyrese Maxey has played probably one of the best defensive performances this year. And it's not like... I'm not trying to bash the guy because he doesn't have enough help, but offense has been like the main focus for him this year. But the defense that he has played on Jalen Brunson tonight, he's made him give the ball away. Like he solely, and they don't even have to double team him. They're not double teaming anybody. His defense solely by himself has been very strong. So, I like that. There's the babies. Yes. Yes, Scott. There we go. Sixers will have to inbound, and Quentin Grimes has to get it off. He gives it over to Lonnie Walker IV. Edwards will reset it over at the top of the key. Edwards on the drive to the basket. Tries to lay it up and in. It's blocked by Precious Achiuwa. And rebounded by OG Anunoby. It was a good defense by Achiuwa. Good aggressiveness, though, from Justin Edwards. He'll take that. That's fine. McBride on the perimeter. Wants to step back over Edwards. Good defense, just better offense. That was actually Grimes that was on him, too. 83-70. Maxey trying to drive it towards the lane again. Puts it up and puts it in. And he got pushed. They didn't call it, of course. But he still made the two. 2 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. Sixers shooting 42% from the field. The Knicks shooting 59%. But the Sixers have done a better job out in transition. Brunson goes up for 2, and he can't get it. Rebound by Grimes. He went over Precious Achiuwa. A guy that's 6 inches taller than him, and he got it. Maxey goes over towards the logo. Tries to go down the lane again. A kick out to Walker. A catch and shoot 3. And he can't hit it. It's a little bit short. And wide right. Not by much. Brunson will reset it for the Knicks at the top of the perimeter again. Dribbles around the timeline. Dumps it off to McBride. Achiuwa at the top of the key. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They find Anunoby. Edwards on him. Justin Edwards playing good defense. And Anunoby for 2. It's short again. Great defense by the Sixers. 1 minute to go in the third. Walker, in no particular hurry, gives it back to Tyrese Maxey at the logo again. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Tyrese Maxey at the Madison Square Garden sign, steps back, tries to load it, gives it back to Grimes. Grimes back to Maxey. Maxey in the lane, goes up for a 2. He's fouled. And Tyrese Maxey stepping up to the plate and delivering like he's Bryce Harper. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to cut that call. I'm cutting that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sick. I ain't going to lie. That was nice. Maxey's first free throw. Swish. It goes right down the drain. 83-73. If we win this, I'll be so mad. Justin Edwards. That's Oak Luffy. That's what he says. Man, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. Break the barrier already. Come on. Free throw number 2 by Tyrese Maxey. Woo! Excellent. They cut it to 9. 38 seconds to go. And 16 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Bridges gets it over towards the logo. And the Sixers got to play defense again. All right, so let's go. Sixers have Brunson locked up. Brunson goes up for 2. Grimes rebounds it, gives it back to Tyrese Maxey. 15 seconds to go. The shot clock is unplugged. And Maxey will have a staring contest with Mikal Bridges. And Maxey still has the rock. 5 seconds to go. Maxey over at the top of the key. Steps back, crosses over, puts up a 3. And it's short again. He's 0 for 8 from 3. And Landry Shamet with a prayer can't get it off. And we go into quarter number 4. Tyrese Maxey struggling from 3, but he's been very aggressive, driving it into the lane. And it's not been his shooting night. And the Sixers will go into the 4th. They're down by 9. It's trivia time, baby. It is time for trivia. All right. Now I'm going to ask you a 76ers trivia question. If you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, this is what you'll hear. Okay. All right. Where is it? So this is a question about, do you really know your Philadelphia 76ers? Which 76er player, name me one 76ers player that's currently on the team that went to Kentucky. That went to Kentucky. Name me a 76ers player that's on the team right now that went to Kentucky. 5 seconds left. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds left. And that's it. All right. So if you said Tyrese Maxey, that's one. The other answer that you could have said was Justin Edwards. And that would have been right. Paul George. Is Paul George correct? Paul George did not go to Kentucky. Paul George went to California State. I don't watch college basketball. You did say Maxey. Justin said it. He got it off right at the buzzer, so I got to give Justin the bell. You got it. But Justin Edwards was the other correct answer. If I would have said, name me another player who went to a college on a team that started with a K, you could have. I could have also asked that. It could have been the Kansas Jayhawks, so it could have been Oubre, and it also could have been Joel Embiid. It was a Jayhawk. PG went to Fresno State, I'm pretty sure. Yep. That is correct. Justin hasn't even watched the NBA now, and yet he still knows. He still knows his NBA stuff. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. 29 points for the Sixers in the third quarter. They outscored the Knicks 29-22. They're down by 9 as they go into quarter number 4. Come on, PG. PG having one of his best performances as a Sixer this year. 5 assists, 4 steals, 6 rebounds, 18 points for Paul George, and he's 6 for 14 shooting-wise from the field. And the Sixers will get the ball to start off the fourth quarter. The lineup for the Sixers, it's Maxey, Grimes, Edwards, Bona, it's George, Maxey, Oubre, Edwards, and Bona. Here's a 2 by PG. Can't hit the 19-foot pull-up J. And Josh Hart comes away with rebound number 12. Just 4 points, 4 assists, and 12 rebounds for Josh Hart. That's what he averages against the 76ers. And again, he's a guard. Here's a floater that goes up by Bridges. Can't get it. Another offensive board by Josh Hart. Goes up for a 2, and a very late whistle called on Philadelphia. Justin Klein gets it. Gets the W. Well done. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We need 10 more subs in order for us to get to 4840. Come on. And for every subscriber we get, more babies are coming from Scott. More baby emojis. More baby emojis. I gotta be careful with how I put these things. First free throw by Josh Hart. The basketball gods say no. It hit the front of the rim, then hit the back of the rim, then hit the front of the rim again, and defied physics. So Hart's 0 for 3 from the line. The second foul shot by Josh Hart. It's good. So it's back to a 10-point game. 84-74. 10-point game with 11:20 to go. George over to Maxey. Maxey on the drive to the basket. Lays it up. Can't lay it in, but he's fouled. He is fouled. Adembona did get the rebound, but a foul is called on the Knicks. Wow, we actually won a quarter. I know, isn't that impressive? Isn't that beautiful? We got 27 concurrent people watching. Sure you like and subscribe, folks. Caleb, what's up, Caleb? Looks like the Sixers are doing better than last game. All right, first free throw by Tyrese Maxey. It's good. And Adembona is coming out. Andre Drummond comes back in for Bona. Can they make it an 8-point deficit for the first time since the first quarter? They do. A new stock of babies arrives, says Scott. Beautiful. All right, the center wants to try to dump it off over to Josh Hart. And Hart finally gets it. Anunoby on the top of the far wing. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Anunoby for 2. No. Drummond volleyballs it to himself. Outlet pass to Paul George. George wants to try to drive it inside. Goes up for 2. Count it. He got it. 6-point game. It should have been a foul too, but they did not call it. And nevertheless, we move on. Timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Let's go. Let's go. 6-point game. Let's see those bell icons. All right. Okay. Great. Great stuff. Okay. Guys, I don't care if the Sixers don't get another win this year. Fine. But let's take care of business against these darn New York Knicks. Come on. Let's take care of business against the New York Knicks. Let's do it. We got to finish this. They can do whatever they want throughout the rest of the entire season, but if they don't beat the Knicks tonight, with where they have them right now, they have them right on the ropes. We can tank any other day. We can lose any other day. I'm sorry. If we can be a factor and spoil the NBA somehow, some way, from letting the Knicks lose a game, that could be the difference of them dropping to like the 4 or the 5 seed and then having to play Cleveland in the first round in the second round or something like that. I'm all for it, man. I'm for it. I don't care. Where are they in the standings right now? The Knicks right now are They're only, I mean, the Pacers are like 5, they're 4.5 games behind them. But guess what? If even they get a matchup like where they could be more favorable towards the top of the seed, towards the top of the Eastern Conference in the first and in the second round, I don't want that, man. I want us to play spoiler tonight to these New York Knicks. Come on. Come on. Let's take them out. We gotta take them out. They're on a 2-game losing streak, so come on. Their confidence was shattered against Boston and against Cleveland. They're 0-7 against top 3 teams. Let's continue to do that. Let's just do it. Come on, man. There's nothing better than destroying the Knicks and the Celtics. We got to play spoiler. Come on, we have them right on the ropes. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, man. Thorn in my side, that's all you'll ever need. We got to get the bees. The birds and the bees. Bridges gets the inbound pass. It's 84-78. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Bridges gets it over on the perimeter. Dribbles over towards the baseline. Goes up for 2 over Paul George. That was great defense and just better offense. That's unbelievable. George played A-plus defense, and Mikal Bridges still hit it by the skin of his teeth with the shot clock winding down. Drummond over to George. Paul George tried to dump it off over to Maxey, and it was last touched by Philadelphia. George had to try to get on the same page with Tyrese, and Tyrese said, I didn't know you were trying to give the ball to me, and they got to get back on defense. Scratch that. Come on. All right, Bridges. He's being heavily guarded by Justin Edwards. OG Anunoby on the drive to the basket. Kicks it out. They swing it around the timeline. Josh Hart goes down the lane. Anunoby for 3. No. OG Anunoby's been struggling from downtown. Maxey rebound. George almost got away with a travel. Tries to give it back over to Maxey. It's intercepted by Josh Hart. That was not a good pass by Paul George. He tried to pass it away from the shot. Anunoby for 2. Yes, sir. He got it. And Maxey was on him. Paul George, that was supposed to be his guy, and there was no way Maxey was going to stop him. Tyrese Maxey will reset it back over at the Madison Square Garden side. Gives it back over to Paul George. George to Maxey. Maxey, he's been cold. Finds Edwards for 3. Yes! Justin Edwards coming back into action and leaving right where he left off. 88-81. Nobody closed out on Justin Edwards. That guy's a very good shooter. A guy that went undrafted and has done very good things for the Sixers. Bridges in the lane, gets past 2 defenders and lays it up and in and schools Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. 9-point lead for the Knicks. Sixers cannot get over that hump. They cut the deficit to as low as 6. Maxey here gives it back over to Paul George. Edwards in the lane. Goes back out towards the near corner. Another 3. And that was no good. Hart with an outlet pass to Anunoby again. Stripped by Oubre. And it goes out of bounds. It'll still be Knicks ball, though. Great defense by Oubre. Good job by him to get back out in transition because the transition defense has been so bad. But again, let's see again. Let's look at it. I think that was last touched by OG, and the Sixers are going to challenge this, I think. Nurse was going over towards the referee. Have they waved the challenge flag? Is the question, with 8.5 minutes to go. Nick Nurse says, yeah, challenge it. And I think he has a case. I do. I really think he has a case there. They're not going to show the replay. Of course, they're going to go to a timeout. But Oubre's defense, I mean, give him credit. He went back out in transition, stayed right on OG Anunoby, and then stripped the ball out of his hands. I think that hit his right knee. I do. So, let's hope that this goes into the Sixers' favor. It is 9:09 p.m. Eastern Time. Sixers cut the lead to 6 in the early fourth quarter. Paul George is up to 20 points, man. Like and subscribe. 10 more subs for us to get to 4840. Tell your friends. Tell your family members, man. 2 possessions in a row where OG Anunoby is allowed 3 whole steps, too. That's the other thing I wanted to make sure that I mentioned, and DJ did a good job mentioning that. Yeah. Not cool. Not cool. But yeah, I probably shouldn't complain because Kelly Oubre had a couple as well where they could have been called travels, so. But whatever. We have a post-game show after this. Hopefully the Sixers get a win. Celtics are down 90. They're down 117 to 96 to the Pistons. I mean, Cade Cunningham is schooling them. Oof. Knicks are probably like, please, Boston, lose. We want to win. Come on, Sixers. Let's play spoiler, please. Please. Please play spoiler. Be beautiful. Eight and a half minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Like, subscribe, and hit those bell icons. More subs equal more babies. More baby faces. Let's go. They're still reviewing this. They are still reviewing this. They cut back from break. I want to see a replay. Oubre stripped it away from Anunoby. There's 4 steps, by the way. 5 steps. That is his knee. I think that hit his knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. How? So let's see. Is the challenge successful? The challenge is successful. Yes. Ariel Huckporty, by the way, will not return for the Knicks, so they are stuck with Achua at the center position. It'll be Sixers basketball. Kelly Oubre, you dog, you. Let's go. George inbounds it over to Tyrese Maxey. Sixers could use a bucket for sure. A 3 cuts it to 6. A 2 cuts it to 7. George on the perimeter. Gives it back to Maxey. Maxey pump fake. He'll drive it towards the lane. He gets the layup. 7-point game with 8:10 to go. Sixers do have 3 timeouts left, and so do the Knicks as well. Achua on the perimeter, fakes the dump-off pass, gives it back to Campaign, elbow J, no good. Rebound by Oubre. Oubre got the rebound. Sixers can make another bucket here and cut it to a 5 or a 4-point deficit. Maxey on the drive. He'll kick it out to Edwards. Edwards gets it knocked loose, and it'll still be Sixers ball. As it goes out of bounds over towards the near side. Maxey got tripped up, and he needs help up from Paul George, and George gives his hands out, and Maxey gets back up. How about that? Nice finish by Tyrese Maxey. He is so good at finishing when he gets a layup, man. He just has to sell those calls. 16 points for Maxey in the second half so far. George gets the inbound pass. 5 on the shot clock. Maxey for 3. It's up, and it's no good. It hit the front of the rim and could not get the friendly roll. Knicks got the board. Bridges again on the drive. Goes over towards the far elbow. Puts up a 2. No good. Josh Hart boxes out. Andre Drummond got the rebound. Anunoby for a 2 and a hard foul by Oubre. How does Josh Hart find a way to box out Andre Drummond? How? How does that happen? I don't know. He's just so much smaller than him, and he just finds a way to push him. Like, just a testament to how great he is. First free throw by Anunoby, and that'll increase the deficit back to 8. Continue to like and subscribe. We got 27 people tuning on in. We got only 19 likes, man. You got to hit that thumbs up button. Free throw number 2, and that increases the lead to 9 for New York. 92 points to 83 points. Can't let Josh Hart get that board. No, you can't. George on the perimeter. We'll swing it over to Oubre at the top of the key. Oubre goes inside, puts up a 2. It's a baseline J. 7-point game with less than 7 minutes to go in quarter number 4. Brunson to Hart. Sixers playing at Madison Square Garden. Brunson to Anunoby. Sidestep, three-pointer for OG. No. Drummond tips it to Brunson. Brunson was on the perimeter, almost had some space. He'll try to get past Paul George. He goes up for a 2 over Drummond, and he got it. Kiss it goodbye. 94-85. Edwards catch and shoot 3. Yes, sir! Justin Edwards, welcome back to the Sixers. And the lead is finally cut back to 6. 6:15 remaining in quarter number 4. Brunson at the top of the key, looking for help, finds Bridges. Bridges back to Brunson. He thought about taking the 3, and he throws it away. Drummond comes away with a steal. George gets it over at the logo. He puts up a 3. It's short. Oh, man, that would have been huge. Rebound by the Knicks. Paul George had it. He had it and just missed it. 6-point game with 5:45 to go. Hart throws it to OG Anunoby, and Anunoby lost it. Good defense by Drummond, and it goes out of bounds. Sixers ball again. Come on. Play spoiler, baby. And we have another timeout called by Philadelphia. Play spoiler. Mike says Knicks are not winning a playoff series. They are literally playing so bad in this fourth quarter. They only have 11 points. Sixers really haven't even, honestly, I like Justin Edwards' defense, and I think Paul George has done better, but they just have come out so flat. It's crazy. Bird's Nest is on here. What's going on? Like, subscribe, hit the bell icons, folks. That way you'll know when we go live. We go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. We're doing spring training. We do the 82 for the Sixers. We do the 162 for the Phillies. And we also do the 17 for the Birds, of course, as well. Make sure you like and subscribe. We got 300 views. We got 300. We need 20 more subscribers in order for us to get to 4850. Can the Sixers chill, says RB? I know it's tempting to beat them. Oh, come on, RB. Come on. We got to play spoiler tonight. We just do. It's the Knicks. Maxey gets the inbound pass, dumps it off over to Edwards. Another dump-off pass to George. George over at the elbow, throws an alley-oop pass to Andre Drummond. And it's down to a 4-point game. 5:20 to go. The Knicks are getting pretty desperate. Brunson gets fouled by Maxey. He got whacked in the face. And time stands still. With 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Nice play by George. Inbound pass over from Brunson to Bridges. One more to Josh Hart. He lays it up, lays it in. Hard finish. No foul called. But it's back to a 6-point game. And Tyrese Maxey will dribble the basketball up. 96-90. A dump-off pass from Maxey over to Edwards at the Toyota sign. George in between the circles, goes downhill, puts up a 2. Yes, sir! Another wild finish by Paul George. Oubre gets the steal. Bad pass by Hart. Oubre to George for three. Bang! It's a 1-point ball game, and the Sixers are down 96-95. Let's go. Timeout called by Tibbs. Paul George, I take back everything I said. Let's go. Let's see, Paul George is in the chat. Paul George. Podcast P is cooking. He said he needed a break from podcasting today, and he's taken a break, and he has 25 points, 7 assists, 5 steals, and 6 rebounds, baby. It's a 1-point game. Oh, this is beautiful. Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon as well. 10 more subs for us to get to 48-40. Paul George, baby. 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and Brunson is out there on offense. We got to lock him up. Brunson throws it over to Achua. Hart gets it over on the corner. Brunson back at the top of the key. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Everett trying to play defense. Brunson down low to Josh Hart. 2 seconds to go. One more to Bridges for 3. No! Sixers rebound. Sixers can take the lead with a 2 or a 3. George has it. Gives it back to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with a floater inside. Sixers take the lead. Tyrese Maxey with 24 points. Anunoby gets it over on the perimeter, gives it back to Michael Bridges. It's the first lead that the Sixers have had since they were up 4-2. Brunson for 2, and a foul is called on the floor. It's actually, they call it in the act of shooting from Oubre. It didn't even look like it was in the act of shooting, but Jalen Brunson doing Jalen Brunson things. All right, let's get the likes and the subscribers up. Chris Fazio, let's go. Chris, you're the man. You're the man. Gabriel Stokes is the MVP, that's for sure. Brunson can tie it with the first foul shot, and he does. We now actually look like an NBA team. Let's just, come on, we got to play spoiler to the Knicks. Come on, I don't care. I don't care what happens. We got to spoil the Knicks. 25 for George, 7 and 7. Brunson, 9 for 9 from the line. Free throw number 2 by Jalen Brunson. Got it to go, and the Knicks will leapfrog the Philadelphia 76ers. And Maxey has the ball again for Philadelphia. All eyes on him. They'll dump it off to Edwards, who's had a great game too. George, another 3 for Philadelphia. No good. Drummond bats it around to Oubre. Oubre's 3. Yes! Andre Drummond with the effort, and Oubre with an acrobatic 3. He got it over on the far corner, a 15-4 run by Philadelphia. Brunson back on offense. Come on, baby. All right, 3:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Hart for 2. No. Drummond volleyballs it over to Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey and the Sixers in no particular hurry. Maxey down the lane again, over on the baseline, and dribbles around the timeline. He'll cross over, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey with a floater inside. Yes, he got it again. Number 0 being the hero for Philadelphia, 102-98. Brunson's blitzed by Edwards, and a foul is called on Tyrese Maxey. This is the type of effort that you want from the Sixers. This is great. Nice. This is it, man. Andre Drummond, that's the effort that I need from you every single night. Brunson with 2 free throws. The first one is good. It's 102-99. Edwards is going to stay on in there for the Sixers. Brunson with 25 points. He's 11 for 11 from the free throw line today. He takes 2 dribbles. And the second free throw by Jalen. And he's hit all a dozen of the foul shots. 102-100. Sixers have the ball again. Maxey with a staring contest over Michael Bridges. Oubre with the screen, and now it's Josh Hart on him. On the perimeter, a step back 3 by Maxey. In and out it goes. Oh, man. He almost knocked it down and went halfway in, and then it just went out at the last second. Brunson got the rebound. Brunson at the logo, being guarded by Edwards. Edwards playing good lockdown defense again. Edwards Brunson goes up with a layup, and he ties this game back at 102 apiece. Sixers are still in the driver's seat, and still plenty of time to go. 1:55 left at Madison Square Garden. MSG, it's the home of the New York Knicks. Maxey on the drive to the basket, tries to lay it up and in. No, and a rebound by Precious Achiuwa. It was a hard finish by Maxey. No foul, no whistle, nothing. 98 seconds left, and Brunson has the rock again, looking to close it out for New York. Can the Sixers come up with a counter punch? Brunson with a 3, in and out, and it still goes in somehow, some way. Jalen Brunson has scored the last 7 points for the New York Knicks and has led them into the lead, 105-102. George goes up with a shot. It's rejected by the Knicks, and the Knicks say that they have the ball, and they do. Man, oh man. Jalen Brunson on fumes, taking over in the fourth quarter, even with great defense from Tyrese Maxey. My gosh. And Maxey looks at him, and Brunson kisses goodbye to the fans. 105-102. Sixers, I think, may challenge this with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and they will. So it is a coach's challenge. Come on. How come I don't hear this now? What's going on? What's wrong with these settings? Why is my audio not able to play this? Because it was muted for some reason. That's why. Alright, come on. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We need 9 more subs for more babies, man. Knicks are the Mets of baseball. Alright. If we lose, though, we're not really mad. We're not upset. I just want us to play spoiler to these Knicks. Come on. Play spoiler. That's where we're at. Spoil the Knicks. They're 0-7 against top 3 teams. 105-102. So Nick Nurse does another challenge. I don't know if he's going to win this or not. This was sort of desperation. And the referees are still looking at this. We will have a post-game show after this. George tried to pass it out. OG Anunoby touched it. And then it went off of, I think that went off of Paul George, to be honest with you. But it was hard to tell if Josh Hart had a hand on it because you couldn't see his face behind the picture. I think Paul George touched it last, to be honest with you. I do. 105-102. They're still reviewing it, though. I guess that the question is, did Anunoby happen to get a fingertip off at the very last second? It's not really so conclusive when you see that. That's hard. That's hard to tell. How about if we just break some of their legs? Another sub, baby, let's go! Another one! Woo! 8 more. 8 more, baby. 8 more subs. All right, they're still challenging this. They're still looking at this. This was a interesting challenge. The challenge is unsuccessful. They wanted to challenge and see if Paul George got pushed out of bounds as the ball was being last touched by the Knicks, and neither of those things were the case. I didn't know that they challenged the foul as well. I did not know that. That's interesting. But it is unsuccessful. 25 likes. We have 43 people. We have 43 people watching. Come on, we got to get a stop on defense. Let's see the locks in the chat. Jalen Brunson has the ball. All right, Brunson over on the perimeter. Takes it over towards the far right side. Edwards guarding him. Brunson goes down the lane. Tries to go for a 2. Can't get him the first time. Achua with the tip back. That's no good either. Rebound by the Sixers. And the defense certainly does work. Maxey at the top of the key. Drives it inside. He's looking for help. He gives it back to Edwards. Justin Edwards back over to Maxey. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. What's Maxey going to do? All eyes on him. Maxey goes down the lane. Lays it up. Can't lay it in. Andre Drummond rebound, goes up with a shot, it's rejected, and Jalen Brunson gets fouled by Paul George. With 32 seconds to go, Drummond could not catch the rebound. I thought that maybe he got a little bit of contact there, but they weren't going to call it. They let the kids play on. It's 105-102, and Brunson is going to head to the foul line to shoot some free throws. Maxey should have hit that layup, man. Should have hit that layup, and Achua did have a block. That was a good block and a good call by the refs. I didn't see that originally. So we have some foul shots coming up by Jalen Brunson. What a finish for him. 31 points, and he has scored the last 10 points for the Knicks. The first foul shot is good. Sixers have not scored a point in a while, and now they got to get desperate. 106-102 is the score. They could go for a 2-for-1 here if they really wanted to. It's 106-102. The second free throw by Brunson. Got it. Right there. Timeout called by Nick Nurse. Okay. 107-102. Katie says this can't be real. At this point, it doesn't really even matter, like, what ends up happening. It really doesn't. This is just more so spectacle. If they win, they win. If they lose, honestly, nothing can break me at this point. I take good things out of this game. It's not just about the wins and the losses. There's no way that this team is going to the play-in tournament. If they do, what really is there to be excited about? Don't like to be that guy, but that's the truth. It's 107-102. 5-point deficit for the 76ers. Asia, what's going on? How are you? 33 points for Jalen Brunson. He has 13 in this quarter, and he has scored the last 11 points. It's been 11, not 10. 11 points he has scored in a row for the Knicks. Pretty wild. We have a postgame show coming on right after this, and then we got the Phillies on tomorrow. We're covering the Phillies spring training. It's 107-102. Knicks up by 5. Come on. Nick Nurse just burned his final timeout. 32 seconds left. All right, come on, baby. Oubre's going to inbound it for the Sixers. No spoilers in the chat. He'll give it up over to Andre Drummond. Maxey goes down the lane, goes up with the layup. He got it. 107-104. And there's 4 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock, and a timeout is called by Tibbs. All right. We got to play defense. We got to play defense. No fouls. None. No fouls. Play defense, get the rebound, and tie the game to have it go into OT. That's the message. Come on. Come on, man. That's what needs to happen. Better yet, a turnover here would be huge. A turnover would absolutely be huge. Bilbo, love the name, man, says Larry. And he's right. It is a great name. If it takes a lucky bounce for the Knicks to beat the Sixers, they're going to need a miracle to win in the playoffs, says Bilbo. And you're right. The Knicks, I mean, it's not even just tonight. With how they've been playing over these last couple of games, oh, but JJ, there's no Karl Anthony Towns. They're missing him. Even with Karl Anthony Towns, they have not shown me that they are a title contender. Be honest. JJ, you covered the Sixers, so of course you're going to say that. Nope. The Celtics look like they're title contenders, but not the Knicks. JB will get a call. He gets every single one. I know. Another sub! Woo! Let's go! Another one. All right, the Knicks will inbound the ball. Mikal Bridges will inbound it over from the Knicks sideline. Oubre jumps up and down. Bridges gets it. He'll inbound it over to Anunoby, and Anunoby throws it down with 2 hands. Come on, that was just as easy as it could possibly get. Oubre on the drive to the basket. He tries to lay it up and in, and it's rebounded by Hart, and there's a foul called at the very last second, and Oubre's going to go to the line. Okay. That was a very late whistle. Very late whistle. How did the Sixers give up that easy of a bucket? Anunoby got around Paul George and a couple of other players, and, well, it worked. Man, come on. Like and subscribe. Oubre at the line for 2 free throws. The first one, he does not get it. Hit the front of the rim and just took an unlucky bounce. Okay. It's 109-104. 26 points for Oubre. He's been very good today. He has. He's been so good today. 109-104. I think he got a miss this year. Second foul shot by Oubre. He knocks it down. It's 109-105. Got to play the foul game, that's for sure. Grimes will try to guard the inbound pass. And they get it off. They do get it off over to Jalen Brunson, and Brunson gets fouled with exactly 21 seconds to go. Okay, so they will play the foul game. They will play the foul game, and Brunson's going to head back to the line. Knicks still have 1 timeout left. Sixers could use a prayer. Brunson at the line for 2. The first one, no good. No way. Brunson finally missed a free throw. If only Andre Drummond never tipped in that rebound. Second foul shot from Jalen Brunson. Here it comes. The second one is up, and he got it. 110-105. Oubre will inbound it over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey looking for help. Will try to step back and try to hit a 3, and it's short again. Josh Hart comes away with the rebound, and that is going to do it. That will do it as Josh Hart dribbles it out and the New York Knicks escape with a victory, and the Sixers now go on a 9-game losing streak. All right, so they lose by a final score of 110 to 105, and their record now is 20-37. So that is the final score. The Bulls are down by 8. The Nets are actually winning by 6. So if the way things stand, the Sixers, if the Nets and the Bulls do lose, they're still 2.5 games behind the both of them for that 10 seed. Man. Oh, that's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Yeah. Thoughts about this game? I want to talk about this. This was a good effort tonight, man. This was a very good effort. Look. Okay? We all know where this team is. We all expected the loss. We all figured that that was going to happen. But, you know, I saw some good things. I saw effort for the first time in 9 games. That was the first time I saw effort out there from the Sixers in the third and in the fourth quarter. And Paul George actually played like an all-star. What does this mean moving forward for the Sixers? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But what I liked is that they were very creative with their play calling in the second half. Were there as many dump-off passes? No. The Sixers actually bought in on the defensive side. Why did they lose? Because Jalen Brunson stepped up. Jalen Brunson found a way to take over, and he beat you. That's why they lost tonight. Can I be mad about that? No. Because of where this team has been throughout this whole entire year. Not giving a lot of effort a lot of the times. Tonight they gave effort. Justin Edwards. I love Justin Edwards. Justin Edwards and Quentin Grimes need to get contracts for the 76ers. Gershon didn't play. Eric Gordon didn't play. McCain didn't play. Lowry didn't play. And yet we're still undermanned. And we played with house money tonight. And we lost by 5. So, that's the truth. They should have won. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It would have been nice to play spoiler. Would have been really cool. We didn't. And we lost. But, hey, you want another positive? We're closer to getting one of the top 5 picks. I'll take that. The race for ace continues. Cooper. There's a chance. You know? So, that's where I stand with this team. Not really doing much of a post-game show tonight. I'm a little bit tired. I really do appreciate you guys, though, for being on here. I hope that you guys had fun. For those of you that just tuned in for the first time, we got like 11 subscribers, which was honestly the most that we've gotten this year during a Sixers game. So that deserves, honestly, that deserves a round of applause. Here, let me get a round of applause for that. That's really impressive. This Sixers team has been so bad this year, where tickets are now $3 to sit in row 12. And yet, we got 12 subscribers tonight. I will take that as a win any day in my book. And for all of you guys that have been on here, we have like 32 people on here tonight. It tells me how loyal you are to our community. And all of the streams that we've been doing, all of the hard work that we've been putting in, sometimes, man, like, sometimes you just want to hang these up. And I've said, no. No, can't do that. Doesn't matter how bad the team is. I got to do what I got to do. Got to do what I got to do. And I'm just really, really happy with how things have gone for us this year. And for those of you that have stuck with me, I'm telling you, you guys will definitely continue to be rewarded by me. You will. You will. So, I appreciate that. Gabe, MVP. Gabriel's the MVP today, for sure. And, yeah. I'm proud. See you on for spring training tomorrow. We'll have a full post-game show. We'll have a full pre-game show. The Phillies are a lot more fun and entertaining to watch. But, yeah. I've banged the drum about the Sixers so many times. But nothing can really... There's not a lot of new things I can say. There really isn't. I don't know how some of these other content creators out there find words to say and find ways to talk about this team. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's the same narrative every single night. It's the same story. Nick Nurse not being creative on offense and the defense being very lackadaisical. I've been saying ever since halftime today, watch that shot clock. Why have I said that? Because, again, a lot of the times in the first half and with when they were playing over the last 6 games at the very least, there were a lot of times on offense where I'm watching the shot clock go down to 5 seconds. That's an indicator of how awful they've been on offense. No off-ball movement, no screens, no motion, nothing. And so we're going to continue to analyze this team and figure out what they need to be doing moving forward. But today, I saw nice things, and hopefully this leads to a better rebuild, man. So, it's great. All right. Love you all. Lila Tove. Have yourselves a great night. I got to check the subscribers one more time. We got another sub. We got another sub, man. 13 subs. That's the most that we've gotten on the Sixers streams this year. It's great. It's awesome. All right. Well, that's it. Love you all. I'll catch you all on the next one. Lila Tov. And good night. See you all for the Phillies tomorrow. We're doing another spring training game. Bye.